Breaking today, Prince William doubles down. According to multiple sources, it's now a matter of when, not if, he strips Prince Harry and Meghan Markle of their royal titles.
There are reports that Prince Harry, Meghan Markle and their children could be set to lose their royal titles if and when Prince William becomes monarch.
Okay, according to our research, she's barely spent time in Sussex. I've spent more time there as a tourist, okay? So Meghan Markle, she continues to dine out on her title. I want Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to have their titles stripped next.
It's happening. Prince Andrew will most likely be stripped of his titles by Parliament. And make no mistake, that is the future for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle as well. And it's well deserved on all sides. Both the Yorks and the Sussexes have done a lot of damage to the monarchy.
Now, Queen Camilla is said to be strategizing against Harry and Meghan amid so-called peace talks between them and the King. Kinsey, I don't believe these reports for a second. This sounds like something that Meghan's team has planted.
Well, Meghan Markle is allegedly very worried that Prince William could move to strip her of her Duchess of Sussex title when he becomes monarch. Of course, Harry and Meghan remain the Duke and Duchess of Sussex despite giving up their royal duties 5 years ago and then going on to publicly slam the monarchy.
For when William comes in and says, okay, Harry and Megs, you're out. Those titles are not, they're not staying. You've disgraced the family.
Meghan's actually threatened that she's going to take out some sort of terrible thing if it does happen, that she won't allow that to happen. But we'll see what the fight is when it gets going. But they have pushed themselves so far. They have behaved so badly.
If preposterous Prince Andrew is a duke no more, why should the similarly preposterous Prince Harry be allowed to carry on calling himself the Duke of Sussex? And if old Ginger Nuts does lose his exalted dukedom, a certain Duchess of Sussex will instantly be demoted down to plain little Mrs. Meghan Markle of Montecito.
We have to show a little bit of empathy here and acknowledge that the king has dealt personally and physically. He's had hellish. The last few years have been absolutely hellish between grief and health.
We don't just keep the royal family because we've always had the royal family. They very much have to prove their worth, and he wants to really push aside anyone who's been freeloading or using their titles for commercial gain. And we know the late Queen had said to Meghan, forbade her from using the HRH title. And of course, Meghan's just blithely got ahead and done that and tried to commercialise it wherever she can. But
now, Prince Harry has announced his trip to Canada, just as, of course, his brother William stages that Earthshot Prize in Rio. He's going to be going to Canada to meet with veterans, members of the armed forces, community and military charities. But Angela, I've got to ask, do you think maybe he's seeking to upstage his older brother on the world stage?
Now, Meghan, would you believe it, has been dubbed the Duchess of Delusion after, quote, a deeply uncool move. Now, this is after it's been revealed that Meghan was announced like royalty, even in semi-formal settings.
Prince Harry realizes that time is running out. While King Charles addresses his illness full-on, William is covertly putting together a plan that might completely erase Harry's royal identity. The titles, the heritage, and the privilege all gone in one fell stroke. Harry is currently flying far above the Atlantic. However, this is not a friendly family visit or a charitable tour. This is a desperate dash, a battle for his regal survival. According to sources close to Buckingham Palace, he jumped aboard a private jet as soon as he knew there was danger approaching. Monarchy is doing more than just thinking about it. They're about to strip him and Meghan of their titles for good. Most people don't realize how quickly things changed behind the scenes. Major royal decisions used to take months and involved committees, consultations, and interminable deliberations. But the past several weeks have been different. The pace within Buckingham Palace has been characterized as frightening, with a sense of urgency not witnessed since the days after the Queen's death. Several employees, the unexpected increase has caused concerns. According to one palace employee who spoke on the condition of anonymity, the tone changed overnight when the king's condition became worse. Everything became colder, sharper, and more serious. They claimed it felt like the family had ceased thinking about emotions and instead focused on survival. And survival, in William's eyes, is removing everything that undermines the monarchy's credibility. King Charles's illness diagnosis changed more than just the tone of his public appearances. It shook the very foundation of the crown. The world views as a health catastrophe is actually a full-fledged alleged power change taking place behind closed doors. Insiders refer to it as the quiet succession. William, previously the reserved heir, is now the monarchy's de facto ruler. Charles recovers from his sickness. William runs strategy meetings, diplomatic briefings, and maintains complete control over the family's public image. His leadership style is very cold and efficient. Those around him claim he has changed dramatically.
We don't just keep the royal family because we've always had the royal family. They very much have to prove their worth, and he wants to really push aside anyone who's been freeloading or using their titles for commercial gain. And we know the late Queen had said to Meghan, forbade her from using the HRH title, and of course Meghan's just blithely got ahead and done that and tried to commercialise it wherever she can.
Prince William will strip Prince Andrew along with all other non-working royals of their HRHs and princely titles when he ascends to the throne. Meghan and Harry will see their dukedoms and HRHs formally revoked.
These children are being raised in some type of freak show. So of course they're very likely to be messed up, growing up with such messed up parents who are using them in such a mucked up manner.
You should not be allowed, to use your Duchess of Sussex title, your Royal Highness title, to sell jams, jellies, and dog biscuits, Meghan Markle, to get Netflix deals when it's convenient, to go to Balenciaga fashion shows when you haven't done jack for the royal family.
William might have taken a more robust stance against his uncle than his father has.
Well, he's not going to have the emotional connection that King Charles has. King Charles, I also have always wondered if the Queen had a private word with King Charles and said, I want you to take care of your brother, which would be understandable.
William, who was easygoing a decade ago, is no longer with us. This version of William is severe, fiercely protective of the institution, and more hostile to anything approximating scandal. And to him, Harry and Meghan have become walking storm clouds, unpredictable, dramatic, and expensive. Charles leads with his heart. William leads with accuracy. And under William's reign, there is no room for emotional reunions or second chances, particularly for Harry. To William, the monarchy is no longer a family, it is a brand, and every brand requires stringent reputation management. He sees Harry and Meghan as liabilities rather than wronged royals, liabilities who have caused repeated damage. Every scandalous interview, streaming contract, and tell-all book has undermined the crown's credibility, and William's patience has officially run out. According to one royal aide, William's cleaning house, that single line, spoken in hushed tones in a hallway where no one was meant to hear it, reveals everything you need to know. For years, Charles' compassion kept Harry in the royal spotlight longer than anyone had anticipated. Charles always thought that time would mend things. However, William does not operate on hope. He bases his decisions on outcomes. Now, William is effectively directing the ship. Sentimentality is not part of the agenda. Once that crown, symbolic or real, is on his head, he will not hesitate to cut off anyone who is bringing down the royal machine. And guess whose name is at the top of that list? Harry's. Before boarding the trip, Harry had one more request: a private meeting with his father and brother. He did not request a formal meeting or any sort of royal protocol moment. He wanted to talk about something easy with his family. Man to man, son to father, brother to brother. The palace didn't answer. There was no response, not even a polite acknowledgement. No meeting, no note. And the silence wasn't perplexing. It has been calculated. In the royal world, silence speaks louder than shouting. It's how the institution reminds you who has the power. Silence means you no longer have access. Silence indicates that decisions are being made without you. Silence suggests that your presence is not necessary. For Harry, quiet was more powerful than any public declaration. Behind the scenes, William's staff has been plotting this move for months, positioning it as royal modernity. But everyone inside those walls understands exactly what modernization entails, removing anyone who undermines the brand. And in their opinion, Harry and Meghan are the most serious danger to that brand in decades. The plan is gathering steam, and Harry's unexpected departure feels less like a homecoming and more like a last-ditch effort to prevent the inevitable. Insiders say that while Harry is seeking peace, William is seeking results. William does not want apologies or lengthy emotional chats.
Are reports that Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and their children could be set to lose their royal titles if and when Prince William becomes monarch.
Okay, according to our research, he's barely spent time in Sussex. I've spent more time there as a tourist, So Meghan Markle, she continues to dine out on her title. I want Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to have their titles stripped next.
We don't just keep the royal family because we've always had the royal family. They very much have to prove their worth, and he wants to really push aside anyone who's been freeloading or using their titles for commercial gain. And we know the late Queen had said to Meghan, forbade her from using the HRH title, and of course Meghan's just blithely got ahead and done that and tried to commercialise it wherever she can.
And if old Ginger Nuts does lose his exalted dukedom, a certain Duchess of Sussex will instantly be demoted down to plain little Mrs. Meghan Markle of Montecito.
He wants order restored. He wants control back. He wants the monarchy to continue without perpetual drama. He's not searching for hugs or family therapy sessions. One name at a time, he is eliminating issues. William's mission is obvious. He's cutting out the noise and proving he can safeguard the crown's dignity. Every action, every silence, every decision now screams control. And palace aides who previously pied Harry have become cold. One insider told the Mirror he made his choice. He is now dealing with the fallout. That single line speaks everything. When Harry's jet touches down in London, he's not coming home to warmth, marching right into a castle that has already sealed his fate. Sure, the royal gates might open for him, but not with welcoming arms. He's no longer the adored son or the beloved brother, become what the monarchy fears unexpected. Furthermore, unpredictability is risky, but the story takes an even worse turn when you look at the cautions Queen Elizabeth left behind. She didn't merely leave a legacy, she left instructions. According to insiders, one of them was specifically directed at Meghan Markle. Queen reportedly urged Meghan to never utilize her royal title for personal advantage. However, Meghan did just that. From stereotypes to the Netflix deals, from books to brand partnerships, every initiative depended on her Duchess title. She remained loyal to the royal label. She made a ladder out of it. And now, her new cosmetics enterprise has prompted a fresh wave of worry inside the palace. The Instagram teasers, the slick beauty vids, the magazine-level images, all of it has been perceived by William's advisors as more than just entrepreneurship. To them, it feels like Meghan is constructing a Hollywood empire related directly to the regal identity she walked away from, posing with Hollywood influencers, meeting Vogue stylists, and receiving treatment akin to that of a worldwide beauty icon. Meghan's rebranding herself, but she's using the royal title to achieve it. And to William, that isn't ambition, it's revolt. And rebellion must be dealt with. The late Queen's admonition wasn't casual. It wasn't a recommendation, it was a rule. She had witnessed what happened when royals blurred the distinction between duty and profit. She realized that the audience would tolerate tradition, but not commercialization. But Meghan ignored it, not quietly, but boldly. And now, the same royal rules that once elevated her are being used to strip her of everything. Then came the YouGov poll, a survey that circulated like wildfire across Buckingham Palace. The results were not only startling, but also explosive. Almost half of Britons, 47%, thought Meghan Markle was a greater threat to the monarchy than Prince Andrew. A former actress is viewed as more destructive than a man linked to one of the most serious scandals in royal history. The symbolism was heartbreaking to William.
We know the late Queen had said to Meghan, forbade her from using the HRH title. And of course, Meghan's just blithely got ahead and done that and tried to commercialise it wherever she can.
You should not be allowed, to use your Duchess of Sussex title, your Royal Highness title, to sell jams, jellies, and dog biscuits, Meghan Markle, to get Netflix deals when it's convenient, to go to Balenciaga fashion shows when you haven't done jack for the royal family.
A staggering 2/3 of Brits are calling for Harry and Meghan to be stripped of their HRH titles. A new poll by Find Out Now has revealed that most of the public is supporting the king.
William's vision for the future monarchy is neat, orderly, and polished. A streamlined institution with few working royals and no distractions. It's the complete opposite of the world Harry and Meghan created for themselves in California. A world full of cameras, interviews, and brand partnerships. In William's Britain, the monarchy is a corporation, and Harry and Meghan are liabilities in the file marked removed. The beauty of William's strategy is in its unobtrusive execution. Once Parliament establishes the legal precedent, monarchy might claim it is only following protocol. There is no rage or emotion, only technique. But underneath that polished answer, everyone inside the palace knows the reality. This is William's final chess move, and the board is fully set up. Meanwhile, Meghan is creating her own story across the seas. Her so-called award-winning podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder, is the most recent example. Almost no one tuned in. The reviews were mediocre. Spotify has quietly moved on. Nonetheless, she proudly showed 2 shiny signal medals as if she had transformed the entire industry. Insiders refer to this as the Meghan effect, the capacity to convey something modest as monumental. She doesn't need to succeed. She only needs the impression of achievement, and for a while, it worked. However, fissures have begun to appear between the carefully selected photographs and praising descriptions. Former colleagues claim that the podcast was all style and no substance. Even those close to her claim her fixation with image has driven away employees, friends, and supporters. And for Harry, a man raised with centuries of protection, losing that safety net is terrible, and say he is torn between protecting Meghan and preserving the identity he abandoned. He understands that the storm looming over them is partially his fault, and as the walls close in, even he is beginning to ask himself the question he once swore he'd never ask. He make the biggest mistake of his life? Now imagine the final image. There are no Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Archie, or Princess Elizabeth, only Harry and Meghan Windsor, 2 former royals attempting to negotiate famous life without the titles that granted them access, power, protection, and multi-million-dollar chances. These titles are more than simply words, they are shields. If William succeeds, the monarchy will be smaller, stronger, and more tightly regulated. If Harry ever finds his way back, it will necessitate a level of humility that the world has never seen from him before. In either case, the truth remains the same. This time, even royalty cannot avoid the consequences. When Harry's plane lands in the United Kingdom, everything he fears may be waiting for him. If you've made it this far, please like, comment, and subscribe for more videos.